For decades, if things get a little tough around Tucson, only 2 words are necessary. Bear down. And that's what the Arizona Wildcats hope to do in front of their homestanding fans today. What a game we have in store for you today. A Big 12 showdown, and the implications could last for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Texas Tech Red Raiders taking on the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Red Raiders will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Arizona's offense will have the first possession of the game. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When a receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
Working that left side. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Couldn't get anything done on first down. Now second and 10 from the 46. From the gun, running back gets to give. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Arizona runs out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the officials spot it. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders offense will try to get something started with their first possession. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game, the head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see?
Looking to go up top on first down. Got his man downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, the offense able to pick up some extra yards after that curl throw there. And because the QB got it to his guy early, he was able to turn around, make a guy miss, and go pick up some yak.
He's right on target. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
To the air on first down. Throwing right. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And he puts through the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Running back searching for a hole. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the grab. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down distances, 3rd downs, and having that conversion this early in the game, that's got.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that is the way you set the tone. Man, early and often. Here in the first quarter, getting your first sack. Nice job by this defense. They had 4 last week, and it's looking like today it's going to be more of the same.
Handoff from the gun. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll go to the ground. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They go to the ground. Good blocking, good running. Pick up a 6 out to the 30.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
And the Red Raiders will have it 1st and 10. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Working that left side now. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Makes the catch. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. He finds his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Looking to throw it again. Fires to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Alabama is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe the Tide can't roll back into this one. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kentucky. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
They move the tight end all over. To the ground with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Arizona right back to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Intercepted. Got room on the return. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Red Raiders. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He'll do it himself. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Arizona going back to work with another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving away from pressure. At the 40, there he goes. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. And the Wildcats are flying down the field.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Off the RPO, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. Power football with the run. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to power their way ahead. Looks as if Arizona will have enough to move the chains.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Gonna take a shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, the running back has it. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Line getting set on 2nd down. The play action fake. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He fires a bullet to the right.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires left. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
The cornerback wasn't fooled that time. He was squatting on the out route. Because of that, he was able to transition, break on the ball, and knock it away.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Gets it out quickly.
The 2nd down pass.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll throw it on 1st down. Takes the easy throw in the flat.
The pass on 1st down was completed. Gain of 3. Gain of 6. Bring up 2nd down.
Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. On 2nd down, he'll fire. He's got it. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Going up top on 1st down. Lets it fly. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Texas Tech.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by acknowledging the sparkling play of this tight end. The guy's like an aircraft carrier out there as a blocker, and then when he releases and shows off that speed and route running, he's almost unguardable. Gotta believe he won't be able to go anywhere in this second half without someone attached to his hip. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Arizona Stadium.
Arizona will kick off to get the second half underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. They'll open this third quarter with a run. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that 3rd down and short.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And that pass intercepted. Running through contact. And a sensational return, and they finally stop him inside the 15.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
That's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. It is good.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get.
And the returner is stopped. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out in the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
The Red Raiders brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he's looking downfield. And that pass is intercepted. Got some room to run. And on the interception return, he'll finally be stopped at the 33.
Man, this thing's starting to snowball now in a bad way for this offense. Second interception in as many drives. This quarterback has got to be able to turn the page and make better decisions.
They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Got his man down the middle. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
The running back carry. Gain of 7. Brings up second down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking for the score, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Arizona.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they like.
Give to the back. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Got his man. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays. through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Great job on the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Now on second down, they want to keep moving forward and keep that clock churning. Slams it ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Alabama is on the short side of things right now, but like the days of Tua and Devontae Smith in the 2018 title game, do not rule out a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kentucky. We've got our eye on things here and everything.
Just causing wreckage in the secondary. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion.
In Arizona.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He looks that one in nicely. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. How about this running back's ability to get into a pass pattern and get into one downfield?
Yeah, I like it, and I like the offensive coordinator continuing to work the running back in the passing game. Do more of this. It's easy. It's not hard routes. It's not things I have to read. It's matchups and what I find when my guy's better than yours and how I take advantage of it.
He's got trips left, single receiver right on 2nd and 2. Moving out of the pocket. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. Arizona in a hurry. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. It's caught. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
First and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead.
In Arizona.
He's looking to pass. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the field because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Movement here from the tight end. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Looking down the middle. Finds his man and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Now facing a 3rd and long. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. And the Red Raiders will try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. Offense set on 1st down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Coming after it. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
It's now 3rd down.
Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
I don't hate the play call there on 3rd and short either, because you try to catch them off guard. 3rd and short on your own side of the 50. It's not there. Throw it away. Now, if you want to go for it now and run it, now's the time to do it on 4th down.
He's got him and they convert. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And that's in Arizona.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.